Authorization granted.
I wanna be the best in the game, invest in my name. Check no restraints, I'm obsessed with the pain. I ingest, I retain, assess and I change. Possessed by the thought I'll be free one day from society's restraints. Money, clout and fame, mud, disease, a plague. We all love to hate, have to play the game, have to make a name. All our insecurities are on display.
I had Clutch. For those who remember the pre-Woney days, it was more than just a powerful talent. There was a certain rush you'd get when playing it, knowing that a single mistake, a single bullet not landing on target would be instant death, but as long as you kept the bullets coming, each crit would keep you just out of death's reach. When they changed the gear, the talent was but a husk of what it once was. Over the years, I'd occasionally pick up my devil's due and see what could be done to try to get a taste of that rush back. But we all know how difficult it had become. But with the buffs to the chatterbox in Year 6 Season 2, well, there was a small glimmer of hope for me. After many hours of play testing, trying to do everything from stacking armor with armor regen, incoming and repair skills, health and exotics like the Catharsis, I finally came up with a consistent and comfortable setup that I feel is as close as I'll ever get again to that rush. Many brands got a buff to their health contribution. Two-piece Palisade was a top contender paired with the 511 death grips for the armor on kill, and health seemed like the right track. But what it came down to was that the chatterbox's mag size. It wasn't enough to be able to just take bullets. You had to ensure that you were consistently putting them out. Three-piece Brazos for the 50% increased mag size was the answer, so leaving only 2 slots after the Devil's Due backpack at Seska gives a hefty 90% increase to health for the 3-piece, and despite not really benefiting much from the 2-piece bonus, the extra 30% compared to the Gillo or Palisade 2-piece bonus was worth it. As an SMG, the chatterbox hits the 60% chance cap quickly, and aside from stacking crit damage literally anywhere possible, the secondary attribute I went with is health, which normally is an awful attribute to use, but it bolsters that 90% just that much more, ultimately giving us almost as much health as armor. Which brings me to the last key piece of the puzzle. On traditional Clutch builds, Demolitionist was the go-to specialization for the crisis response perk. Firewall, however, has its own trick. When your armor breaks, it will set anyone within 5 meters of you on fire, but will save your life more times than you can imagine. But that's not why we choose Firewall. So the massive health on kill perk that seems to be unique to the specialization that is what allows the build to work as well as it does. One other thing Firewall gives us is a very powerful med kit that restores not only armor but health over time. This is what eventually got me to settle on Efficient as the chest talent. I chose to go mainly red cores on the build. Even with Obliterate, there's some things you will not be able to damage your way through. In these times, popping a kit then going in with Clutch will make you almost invulnerable. Though this build is nowhere near what Clutch once was, I'm confident at this point to say this may be as close as we will ever get. That rush it gave is what hooked me on this game all those years ago. It's a rush I've been chasing ever since. I thank you for watching. Your support is what keeps me going. I hope to catch you in the next one.
I walked through the
Fade
fire and
out.
it couldn't even hurt me. There's a lot of demons out here trying to deter me. Personally, time wasters are unworthy, so I tell them cut it out like surgery. Kings don't deal with peasants. Not will, but I am legend. Jehovah dropping but my foot on the pedal. I will have a statue erected of me stabbing a sword through the neck of the devil. Diamonds around the bezel. Tesla Model S and no, it's not a rental. Fresh like Wendy's lettuce. Drip is so torrential. One flick of the wrist make it feel elemental.